Hello, YouTube. We're back with more NACL VoD reviews. We've got a good series for Supernova versus DSG. Supernova ended up with a pretty convincing 2-0 here. And a bit surprising as they got blown out by FlyQuest Challengers the week before, whereas Disguise, their last series before this match was against FlyC, who they did 2-1. So I was expecting it to be a little bit closer, but I think Supernova looked a lot better today. And excited to see how that ended up being the case. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub. And follow me, Cubby XX, everywhere, including Twitch, where you can tune into these streams live. That said, let's hop on in. Hi. All right. This is a really good Seraphine draft. Renekton first pick. Again, I'm seeing that with Sej and Nid up, but it was just first picked here. Rumble's up for Faisal. It's his first time getting Rumble all split. He played it very well this game. Then we take the Corki side instead of Trist. I'm not exactly sure as to why. I prefer Trist into Renekton quite a bit as the game goes on. But a little bit more emphasis on early prio. And then we have Maokai to close the gap against this. MF taken. I like the idea of Senna Ornn because MF can't really break Ornn or Senna after early on. I just think that we're seeing Senna be deprioritized a little bit because how important first grubs are, and Senna roaming there is not quite the same as like Leona roaming there. With just how fights are at the moment. And then the Seraphine 5 pick, which I liked a lot. It sets up really well for Rumble. I think that it actually, like, you don't give souls away for free into Senna, and you really open things up for MF. Again, we usually are seeing engaged supports, but I really like the Seraphine this game. Being able to, like, survive a brand engage, too, and back off and reset is really big. So I really like the Seraphine pick. It was really big this game. Runes? Fine. 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 Chill. And chill. 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 I like Conquer, Yukino. And chill. Alright. That was fun. No surprises. It's nice pushing to Kenvi. But I don't think it matters all too much. By the way, guys, I do not have time to do CCG Winthrop, so this will be the last one for the stream. That said, Kenvi going for a reverse clear here ends up being really big this game. So we haven't seen like a ton of reverse clears, but I think that he gets to where he wants to be in terms of prio. And the reverse clear I really like in this scenario because when you're done with this, you can do a super clear where you can actually just get all these. Depending on how you path. Or after wraps, you can base, then go back bot and get all. Now, Yukino does get spotted out on a ward, which I missed on the cast. But he really wasn't expecting Kenvi to be here on the reverse clear. And he just gets one shot. For me, this is actually a decent timer to attack Rumble. If Kenvi was going for the standard top to bot. And they did see Kenvi start on Raptors, but they didn't see him reverse clear. So that ended up being really big for Supernova. I get really slowed down this game. And then after that, instead of going for wraps, Kenvi's going to pull off the dive. Flashes out. It's clean. And that's a pretty good start to the game for Supernova. Also, there was a solo kill down bot that we just missed. So it's on the other screen. And Tumble went down. So it's kind of a disaster start for DSG. I don't know how bot died. That's quite bad. I'm actually kind of curious, like, if Under Thieves want to play any Senna. Because, like, Poom is the Senna player on this team, which is a little bit unique. Poom Senna is good. Poom has good hands, but yeah. Him and CCG also, they run Trevor with Senna. All right, so Drake for Grubs trade. I think Grubs are pretty big for DSG this game, just because I think that Trist can use them, and then Renekton wins later on the side lane against Rumble, but given their early lead for Rumble, it's really hard for Croc to win. I don't mind Yukino sneaking in here, post Grubs. I think it's good. They just fail this. Oh, it's so bad. This is one where you just wait for Tenacity to start the play if you're Yukino. There's just no reason. Like, they lose so much for this. Tenacity splits more XP, so he falls further behind. And then bot side is where Yukino has to go next, and he loses red buff for this. Oh, he skips over everything. They go for the play. Ends up being pretty big. Yeah, I think Supernova, like, they did see Yukino top, but once he exits, I do think it's reasonable to assume that he's going to reset. And bot is pretty volatile at the moment, so I just don't think you play this wave as SN. I guess they have 6 advantage, but they can take that, and that's it. And the ult from Lens wasn't the best. You can see Poom gets out of this. Like, it's like minimal pressure on Poom. If this is angled better, like, if the edge of this is here, so what, like, that's better. So yeah, a little bit of an oops. Oh, that said, Kenvi still gets 2 camps. So, like, it's actually, like, not terrible. Kenvi's really far ahead of the brand this game. You already have a Locket, which I don't mind Locket Rush in this scenario to stuff brand ult, and also you have a Seraphine's. Like, if you just survive the initial engage, you kind of outscale as Supernova. This is a bad ult from Faisal. It's like one of the few. I think once that, like, this part of the ult is not useful. I would have preferred if he went like this. I guess it's still Roast Poom. It's not a bad ult. It's fine. It could have been a little bit more efficient, but it does the job. I'm lying. Sorry if I saw. You are very good at this, champion. I heard DSG lost. Yeah, they got 2-0'd. Oh, as in the player? Wait, that'd actually be massive if Lost came back. Dude, if Lost came back, that'd be huge. So yeah, Diamond being here was really significant. And again, like, when you have Senna here at fights, like, Senna's just less useful than some of the other supports early on. Yeah, so they get cooked. If Lost is very good. If Lost comes back, he'll be one of the best ADs in the league, like, from the start. All right, so Rumble's fed out of his goddamn mind. And everything is looking pretty good for Supernova here. I like that rumor. I want that rumor to be true. I think the league's more fun if DSG is competitive. And Lost makes them competitive for sure. Really nice trap on the Yukino here. Yukino does live. Bit of a bummer. Good flash from Lens. We're going to ignore this R from Tomo. Oops. It still is fine. That said, Young's first on the walk. Young drops the wave for this walk. Ends up being pretty big. I think Young has a very impactful fight. But Toasty answers, and Toasty at least gets one. Yukino living there is a little bit of a bummer. I like the execute or the idea from Supernova, but DSG were first in the play and they went out. Like, the issue here is that Kenvi gets kind of caught, and he's got no R. Like, I actually think Kenvi played this fine. Just didn't have enough gas. Yeah, it's just barely not enough. We'll play Yukino. Hit both stuns, you know? We'll take those. We don't talk about the Tomo R. It was feeding kills over to Young. Strategic. Strategic whiff. Post play here. Supernova sends bot mid. I like this. I think that they get to play the map faster overall for sending bot mid. And Toasty answers fine here. Grubs are still up, so like by doing this, they open up both of them, and with the bot line showing, they can't take Grubs for free if they want. I think that's the trade that DSG wants to make. But instead, we have a contest. Cubby does have ult. And yeah, Supernova kind of brute force him off, which is pretty based, I'm going to be honest. Props to Faisal too. So I really like this from Supernova. Faisal is top wave in, and they stall this out. And then when Faisal shows mid, it's just no play for DSG. So they're going to get both objectives off this by forcing them bot. This is really well done by Supernova. At least they have a window to take both if they really want to. Kenvy's going to continue to farm. E bases. Decent reset here for SN. Grubs are forgotten about. From the DSG side, I do think there's an option here. This is after the Dragon Falls for Yukino. He can base and go get these if he wants. I would have liked that from Yukino, but he wants his red buff on time. Nice hover here from Kenvy on the bot side. I think that's good. That really helped Toasty. Again, though, like, given everyone showing, there was an angle if Yukino really wanted it to go play for the Grubs, but not the case. So just 3 Grubs. And nice find on the Toasty. They gave it over to Young. All Young. So I like this. Young got mid-wave in, and then they go for this play on the Senna Ornn, and it's executed cleanly. This is a good play. And it's for Herald. I do think that DSG wants to fight around Supernova a little bit right now. Scaling just got really tough in this game. Like, there wasn't enough DPS to get through the Seraphine sustain. And I really underestimated how much Seraphine made a difference in this game in terms of scaling. This champion scales so fucking hard. Really nice W from Kenvy. And then the ult from Faisal is fine. Again, I would rather see... Like, I know he's trying to help his team not get engaged upon, but I don't think that you can walk up with this going and then with this up. So I would prefer if these were angled that way. I know angling them the other way, you get the immediate damage. So it's less opportunity to dodge out, but I think dropping it further back would be a little bit better Rumble tech. Okay, Supernova gets to catch some waves. And DSG trying to play out 3 waves. They aren't sending Renekton. They're sending Renekton top here. Okay. I mean, they kind of lose out on this. I don't love this formation for DSG. Yeah, they just don't get anything for this. I think Tenacity shouldn't be here. I think this is just being given right now. They don't have info on Kenvy. Like, Kenvy's on reset. He could be here, but... I guess you don't want Tenacity to be vulnerable to a dive bot, which he might be, especially with his build, but still. Like, him getting starved is taking away from me the one win con where... Like, you can't have Renekton in the side lane. And now he's got a catch, and TP is burned from Telmo, and it's kind of a tempo nuker. Nice engage. Yeah, this was a bit of a tempo nuker for DSG. I think DSG staying here was the big oops. This is all spotted on a word too. So, unlucky. We don't see scoreboard for a little bit here. I think... Let's say that... There are sweepers up for Young and Poom. Oh, I mean, Young's got a sweep. If they're looking to retreat or looking to set up a trap, they need to pop a sweeper here. Oh, they do so late. Oh, it gets cooked. And it was Yukino's. I mean, it's the right idea, but I think Young needs to pop earlier sweeper. All right, get fined for Supernova. Like for me, again, if you guys sweep up and you're going for a trap, you gotta proc that preemptively to like know your info beforehand, not after, because it ended up being Supernova's trap. All right, Supernova gets third Drake off that. That's pretty big. Again, like given this game too, like with Tenacity sacking a little bit, the Renekton is pretty far behind the Rumble, which is pretty significant. Also, the build that Tenacity is going isn't exactly to like pressure Rumble. You need Hex Drinker for that, which I do think is useful this game if you are Tenacity. So I was a little bit surprised to see him go for Stride Breaker into Sterax. Because I believe the Maw and Sterax passives stack. I would have preferred I think Maw is very useful for him this game. Into Seraphine, Maokai, and Rumble. Nice from Toasty. I mean, I'll be real, guys. Oh, Faisal is kind of stuck here. Okay. They didn't see Faisal. Never mind. If we saw Faisal, I think Yukino flashing there would have been... I mean, not terrible. Like, you could have maybe started the Baron. A Baron look, if it's a good flash. I don't know. A good flash engage. Good pick. But again, so Yukino burns flash for this. I don't love this. I don't think Yukino needed to burn flash for this. Kenvi is flashless. And like for me on my screen, Young is going to W slow him right here. Yukino burning flash here ends up being pretty big for DSG. It becomes an issue. So I was down with the flash before because like I think that you have a look where you can take two. There you only take one and you don't have waves in your favor. You just kind of waste flash for a chunk. And they overstay. Now they get chased off. Really well played by Supernova. I like they force them back. The map is just theirs. They're first on both waves and now it's DSG having to course correct. So I know it's small. I really like that, though, from Supernova. Like, just walking at them to delay. And DSG insta starts this. Keep in mind, Yukino's no flash. I like the Rumble ult. I know it's not synced up with anything, but I did like it. So Baron goes to DSG. But it's traded for Hexel. And I don't like that. Like, we just drop Hexel completely. And we lose the fight. So now Baron's gone. I don't like this. I think that the play for DSG is to take this and get the fuck out. If you drop Tenacity, that's fine. I think everyone needs to be. If you're DSG and you go straight to Hexel. Like, them playing for non-Hexel here is crazy to me. When you still have 3 ults up. And you got their 2 best ultimates. So I feel like DSG, again, playing for this wave, like Yukino being here, is really troll. I think this is really troll. And then we have to TP up here. And it's still pretty losing. Toasty lives. Oh, never mind. Toasty's traded out 1 for 1. Like, Supernova are trading up in numbers. They're taking Barons away. And they have numbers advantage and mid prio to take Dragon. When, for me, right here, DSG can reset. This is resettable. You at least get 4, 2 Baron, and they're missing their best ultimates. Playable. Maokai has ult up. Maybe. Still playable. By the way, all like minus Senna, all the big ults are up for DSG. You have Orn Bran. I think these alts are burned a little bit early from Supernova. I'll be honest. But they still force them off completely. And Yukino's not here, so there's no smite. Easy. X-Soul for Supernova. Rumble, Maokai, Seraphine, Corki, all pretty decent at applying that. So now it's like, what can DSG get off this push, or else you're just kind of cooked, right? Also, I think we're starting to see some of the Seraphine scaling kick in. Any poke that lands from Brand it does not stick. And in the 5v5, Supernova doesn't, or DSG doesn't really have enough firepower to actually get through what's cooking here. This is bad from Ones. Ones' team is on reset, and he's looking to kill a control ward that's not his. So, good catch. He needs to wait for his team to kill that. That's a reset for Lens, given his team was reset, or it's a step back and play towards your vision, which they have a double control ward on each side, so there's none. Tenacity gets stuck. I appreciate the trap here. Tenacity does escape, though. A little bit too much invested there from SN, and this is good from DSG. They actually get a lot of gold off this. So, good distraction from Tenacity. Actually turns out being pretty good. DSG map here is fine. Lens is no flash, so, like, again, Lens dying here is really bad. Good punish from Tomo, but, like, this is bad. There's no one mid. If you wait, you have Diamond and Kenvi to hover you if they attempt to hit this, and Toasty, so... yeah. So that's worth a Baron start. Tomo is no ult. Kenvi pops his own R. I mean, no one's keeping Kenvi out of the pit. I think if Tomo... he has to kind of sidestep Malk. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They wait out Sterak's. It's a nice Rumble ult. And Kenvi just gets to steal for free. And while it's going on, Tomo's getting toasted. Quite literally by Toasty. I mean, this is just... what happened here? Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. I think that DSG, they need to call to melt the Baron. And you send Tenacity Flash to stop Kenvi from getting into the pit. That's the hindsight move, you know? Like, they have a ward here. I can understand Tenacity when they step back while this is going on. But, like, oh, he's so low now. I mean, I think I'm fine with DSG forcing, I guess. But, Jesus, it's also doomed. They get absolutely roasted. And Young kind of stops hitting here to position around and still gets rooted. Again, I think by the stopping of the DPS killed them because they just took too much chip damage. That's a bad click from Poom too, but regardless. Young poised it pretty well to get out. This is bad. I don't want to watch that again. So that's like the two Barons that DSG took were for Hexel and Elder. Feels bad, man. Honestly, looking back, Seraphine, like, it had an impact on this game, but it definitely wasn't the biggest impact on the planet. I don't know. Like, it's impactful now, but it's because we're in a siege scenario, right? We have a fucking Elder, so we're chilling with Hexel. I think it was good for lane, but it wasn't quite as impactful as I had it. It's really fucking annoying having your health bar topped off in this scenario. Because, like, these two just fall for free for Supernova. And any damage that connects from DSG is just, it's gonzo. And they have more DPS at this point. And then we do have Seraphine MF, so it is a creative way to find, like, an MF angle, you know? That's, like, the one time we saw it connect. And for me, this is really, like, the Kenby reverse clear caught Yukino off guard. I think that DSG just, like, kind of fucked around with their tempo a little bit too much, and it was good to see Supernova punish some of that. Like, a decent game from Kenby, but I think that there were more mistakes from DSG than there was positives from Supernova. Outside of Faisal, I think Faisal did have a really, really, really good game. So nice game one. Congrats to Supernova. Now for game two. Okay. All right, Supernova. We have really good early to mid game here with Vi Hui combos and then Callista Renata. Gragas to neutralize this. My issue with this draft from DSG is I just feel like they're low damage. For me, this is not the game for Jhin and Leona. I don't know. I mean, like, legitimately, like, if we run Lucian Nami here, I know it's outdated, but I like the setup a lot better. And you do eat Vi, but, like, your damage is all later in the game. And also, you're really, really, really Merc Treads reliant. Or, I should say, vulnerable. Mercs are so fucking efficient this game. Mercs provide value in some way, shape, or form to everyone. So, I would rather see Nautilus. Or, again, like Lucian Nami. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, slamming that. Like, we slammed this. We didn't have an answer. Oh, what the fuck am I saying? Zyra Khan, please. Zyra Khan. I actually feel like Zyra Khan fixes this game. We have a lot of ways to close the gap into this. And Zaya has a lot of value against this. You can outplay this. I wanted to see Zyra Khan. That's what I wanted to see. I think Zyra Khan would have been really good this game. Oh. Good job, team. We got runes. I'll be honest. I think on Sedge, I probably like free boots the best. That's just me. I think whatever tree you go on Sedge, like, it's fine. Can we go free boots in this matchup? No, I think you need boots as Faisal. I don't like cash back, but if you have to go boots in your matchup, it's fine. This is a little bit greedy, though, versus Phase Rush, but I'm also fine with that. Chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. Also chilling. You bone pointing this lane's fine. I think second win, you can make a case for it, but I'm fine with bone pointing too. You're signing up to eat it. I really like Blue Trend on Jhin. I think Celerity is a really slept on point on this champ. You get a lot of bonus from move speed. Throwing that out there. Everything else is whatever. I think Azir. High key this game, because you're such low damage, maybe Tank Azir is playable. I actually think Tank Azir has a lot of value this game. I know Young likes it. Ooh, nice. That's cute. Like, tank a 0, like, you can't get one shot. Wow, so Yukino is clear. I really like what Cubby does here. Yukino cleared kind of weird, but he's trying to protect his bot lane, which I can understand. Kenvi has push everywhere, so he's just going to go take a camp because he can. And then, really good play here from Yukino. Supernova really turns this game around through the bot lane, despite the start that we have. Oh, no cannon for Tomo. That's sad. WinCon for DSG this game, I think, is get tenacity on the side lane. It's quite good. I think that's like really the only one. Also can be spotted down here. So they get to hold the wave. CS is still really good for Kalista. But that's pretty not... Like, they just get to keep on holding the wave. And because of that, I think the DSG gets it in. Yukino does get pulled down here again. So Yukino is starving himself out a little bit to make sure his bot wave's set up all right. Hope you enjoyed your ice cream, winner. I talked about the groups while you were gone, by the way. Good from Tenacity. This is very greedy from Kenvi. And it's a nice flash from Poom. They just guarantee a play on the flash's diamond. Yeah, I mean, I find it kind of crazy that Kenvi went for this. Either way, I feel like they would have had a trap. So good vision here from Yukino and Poom to find this. And so yeah, they get another kill. Lens does get to pick all this up. Or no, he bases, sorry. So Lens does miss out. But again, from here, like, the bot lane comes back. Yeah, your group is crazy, winner. You guys are hands down the hardest group. I don't know how the fuck that group happened when Group D exists. But that's just me. I haven't watched a lot of OQs. That's just me kind of reacting what's on paper, I will say. Yeah, it's the fight that kind of turned the game. Good. It's a good flash from Kenvi. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. If Yukino flashes, I think Yukino has to flash and proc this. Because if he actually gets the flash off, like, we have 3 stacks right now. Then we are, and then Poom's actually in range for this. Instead, by going for the R now, and you risk, like, Kenvi counter flashing, but that's fine. By going for the R now, Poom isn't in range to chain this. And Kenvi reacts, and then it's the turn. It's not a hostile takeover. It hits all 3. And then Kenvi gets the goodie bag for the bailout. Sorry, that's the word. Also, good focus just to take down a target. Lens is just kiting backwards the entire fight. Ends up being a big win. Supernova kind of takes off from here. I mean, part of why bot lane came back is definitely that fight, right? So that hurts pretty bad. Tenacity gets a trade. Nice from Kenvi. And no grubs. Only one grub. I think the one grub take's fine. You can take Gromp and honestly return to it. I think you shoot a flash forward for that. Again, even if Kenvi responds to flash, then like you at least trade flash for flash and you buy space for Poom to actually get involved in the fight. Kenvi rushing Black Cleaver this game. Usually we see Sunder Sky on Vi. I think Cleaver is very, very good this game. You got a lot of defensive stats on the other team. And the ability haste for Cleaver is very pog. I'm super down for this game with Kenvi. It's Faisal tried his best. Nice R from Yukino. Just too much for Tomo. And then Fate's Call. So it's free dive. Hey, what's up, Zach? Good to see you. Wait, why does my camera keep on going out? Whatever. I like the flash trade from Poom on the Toasty. Fuck it. I mean, that's trading up. Ready for some Bears football tomorrow? I'm waiting for Hard Knocks. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to watch. I'm watching Caleb Williams preseason, though. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You might go to Colts Bears this year. Nice. And you just the losing 3v3. Like Lens is so much more involved than Tomo here, you know? Also, we're throwing everything onto the Renata that survives it because we have support item evolve. So I think it's bad. Like it's just definitively bad. Nice hover though from Kenvi. Kenvi had a really nice game. Oh, some exciting news for Challengers League this upcoming week. I will tease this. We're gonna have player cams. So I'm pretty excited that at least we should. Let's see how we're gonna rate the setups, I think. All right, free riff for Supernova. They rotated their bot lane up after that play. I like it. They do drop a turret for this, but they at least take rifts in the back half, and that turret was looking kind of iffy anyway. And Faisal saves a TP from this, so it's okay. It's a lot of control here for this upcoming Drake. So they get a crash. And wow, they actually get these two. How'd this happen? I don't love Young being on this wave. I don't think this wave matters. Like, if you don't want to play Drake too, you should send like where Tenacity and Young are right now should kind of be flipped. Like Tenacity catches this. I think on this wave, you reset it. And you can send Tenacity top. I mean, you can even have Tenacity TP out top. Like, Faisal just TP down. You didn't spot that. But if you really want to fuck off from this dragon, like, you can do that. No, I don't think this dragon's fightable for DSG. I think they need time. Their scaling's not terrible. Like, Jin went for no damage build and a no damage comp. So they really need to get to, like, 2-3 items. So for me, like, this isn't takeable. And they don't trade out hard enough elsewhere, so... All right, nice. I like the push on the Toasty, too. I would have liked if we waited for the Sedge ult to hit before we chained it. But that's just me. It's me being a little bit picky. And then we got to replay that. So Lens takes mid solo. I mean, Lens is so fed at this point. Yeah. I mean, I can understand Tomo wanting to push in the bot, but once he eats the Q, he's dead. Good Qs from Faisal. Faisal played this very well. Notice how he keeps on queuing Young, because Young's the damage. And then he sidesteps that. So now this game's fucked. Like, this is where the game's lost. Because Lens actually just pumps everything. And Tomo has no sums, so he gets found mid. He's on the rotate, and he's walking over a control board, so Kenby has info, and he gets him. Solo. Good night. Yeah, I mean, Supernova like turned around that bot lane play around level 6 and really didn't look back. I think DSG's comp, again, really lacks damage, and they didn't play this disciplined enough at all. Also, Tomo maybe greeting this one a little bit. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. McHale's for Diamond this game. Really nice cop. And Tenacity was getting fucked on by Faisal on the top side. He was low coming into this. I mean, he was taking damage to take the turret, which, I mean, to be fair, I think they need bounties, so. And you got the money. Drizzy gonna pay it. And my brothers, you ain't even gotta say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. Alright, free kill before Hextech Soul. We're ulting the wave as Jhin. This game isn't very interesting. Really big ult from Diamond. Diamond's Renata is very good. We do like Diamond's Renata quite a bit. This is well done. Diamond on range champs definitely, I feel like sometimes has edge. Diamond is a player who consistently has accounts that he plays 80 carry up to like high elo. I think GM Challenger. So I do think he has some edge on range champs. I like this force from DSG. They have to go for this, and it's a really nice buffer from Poom. So they get at least a little bit. So Supernova, they didn't go for Hex Soul. They end up losing it, which is a wee bit sloppy, but this game's so out of control that it doesn't matter. They just double TP in. So they get Poom. Wait, this game goes on forever for no reason. I forgot about this. Like, they can't end here. They need the jungle to make plays. They should be going for top or bot. But they kind of troll. And then we throw everything into Poom. Wrong person, but it doesn't matter. No one dies here. I think the focus on the Poom is bad, even if Poom's here. So, me no likey. Good flash from Lens. That was necessary. Like, we lose Lens flash for that. That's not worth it. And we have a reset. And then we have another random fight. It's a nice ult from Faisal. It's like Tenacity's fucking in there. Like, he does his best. Tenacity hits a 4-man stun here. Pretty clean. It's a really nice ult from Faisal. If that doesn't come in, then I think they get fucked. But, again, despite space, reset. They are down a man. I thought for a brief second this game might have gone sideways. It's call, though. Really, really well played by Young. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Like, he can't stay alive. Yeah, Tenacity did his best. Tenacity didn't have the best last game. I think that, and part of that was like the first move top was scouted, so we got kind of fucked from that. This game he did his best, but his team kind of got murked across the map. Like, look at how big this Callista is. All right, so they hit the big fat combo on the Tomo. And that's all. I mean, Yukino and Tenacity going on Faisal is super troll here. So, I will say that. Yeah, it's really troll. Like, the only way they could have won was front to backs, and then they drop off that. All right, congrats, Supernova. Good 2-0. A little bit of slip-ups in Game 2. Overall, it would have been cleaner than Game 1, and Game 1 was closed out nicely. Even I think DSG had a bad series, so I think that's part of the reason why this series went that way, but that's all right. Supernova, good bounce-back win. And our standings continue to condense. Guys, that's it for VoD review for that series. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed it, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe.